Hello, my dear educators. This is Meenakshi Narula, founder and CEO at Mentoring the Mentors, an institute that accelerates your learning curve. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about school health and wellness activity calendar. School health and wellness activity calendar. So, this is actually a 24 hours program. We need to complete the same in 6 month schedule. Already, if we talk about we are there in the month of August, 10th August. It will be our orientation, and post that we will be beginning with our health and wellness activities. So every week there should be one activity. So CBSE in collaboration with NCRT has shared with us an activity calendar which comprises of 24 activities. So we are expected to conduct one activity each week. So let us have a glance at those activities that have been shared with us by CBSE and NCRT. So here is the activity calendar. So in month one, in the first month, what we have to do, the first activity is being comfortable with my body image. So here we are talking about we should be happy. We should know, first of all, about our body, whatever our gender is, we should accept it. We should be very happy with that. We have to talk about body shaming as well. Nowadays, you see that is very, very important topic of discussion, but everybody thinks about like it's like an elephant in a room. Nobody would like to talk about it. Body shaming we need to talk about because people, they try to embarrass each other. The children, they try to embarrass each other like you are obese, your complexion is like that, this color doesn't suit you, blah blah blah, so many things. So we have to make children comfortable with their body image. We need to talk about, we need to conduct such kinds of activity, we need to create such kind of awareness, right? So this is the first week activity, so that will give children a kind of confidence, and they should learn to respect others as well. Okay, and some of the children, they start feeling embarrassed, they start they're shy and all, like related to sometimes the structure of the jaw, maybe the complexion, maybe any other aspect of their body. So let us make them comfortable, let's make them confident about it. Now, the week two, changes during adolescence. Changes during adolescence, children should know there are a number of changes that happen during adolescence, and they should accept those changes and they should be familiar with those changes. Usually, we are having some puberty sessions in our schools, right, where we talk to our students about different changes that happen in the body, like as and when the puberty onsets. So we need to talk about those changes. For that, we need to take the help of a counselor as well. Teacher who is taking biology, who is talking about that concepts and all, can also talk about these topics in the presence of the school principals. And week three, tune into your feelings, right? Let's know about feelings. Let's know about emotions. And we should accept it. We should never say like we should not cry or blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's like that crying, that is also a response to the stimulus. Sometimes like we feel like we want to cry, we want to express our emotions in that, whether that's perfectly okay. So we need to balance our emotions, right? So that should not create any kind of stress. We need to talk about this, tune into your feelings. So that is the topic. I'm just giving you introduction about different topics, and we'll be dealing in detail because there are a number of chapters, presentations on different topics, and we will be discussing each and everything in detail. If you have your thoughts, if you have your opinions, so you are requested to share the same in the comment section below. Let's learn together. Now, week four, managing anger. A number of sessions have been conducted on anger-free schools. You have been attending by CBSE on this online platform. Nowadays, we have started with offline sessions as well. So managing anger, it is really very difficult to manage. You know very well, I know very well, right? We have to teach some of the techniques to our students how to manage anger. Anger is but obvious when anything doesn't happen as per our expectation. Certainly what will happen, we'll feel angry, right? So we have to talk about certain strategies. We have to implement those strategies where children will be able to manage their anger. They get angry when they like do not get friends as per the expectations. They get angry when they do not get marks as per the expectations. They get angry when even they do not see in the lunchbox their favorite food. Something else has been sent. I mean, the small, small things they get angry. When they get angry when they do not get their favorite toys, when do not get their favorite dresses. So we need to teach them how to manage anger, right? We also learn the same for ourselves too. Now, month two. So these were the 4 activities for first month. So month two, week one, developing positive interpersonal relationships. Now, how we can develop positive interpersonal relationship? For that, we need to conduct certain activities for collaboration, for based on cooperative learning strategies. Always make sure in your classes do not give the task that the children they are involved to do independently. Make sure the children they should be discussing the same. They should be doing different kinds of activities in different groups and keep on changing the groups also frequently, right? So such kinds of activities to be conducted, they should know about each other. Communication is really very important. They should, first of all, feel comfortable communicating their feelings, communicating their experiences with the teacher, with the peer group, right? So the communication is very important. And they should know the do's and don'ts of the communication. They should respect the other person. Like one who is sharing his or her feelings, the person should be respected. You should not disclose whatever being shared with you. Other person is having confidence in you, that's why he or she is sharing his personal feelings, his personal her personal experiences with you. So you should not be disclosing the same in public to some other people. So there are some rules for communication, so make sure you talk about those do's and don'ts of communication with the students. And the next is understanding gender and sex. Children should know about the difference between gender and sex, like what is the biological difference and what is exactly we are feeling or we are behaving in a community. We need to talk about that as well. Next is gender discrimination. You know very well, we all are collaborating together. We are joining our hands so that we will be able to collaborate and we should help achieve gender equality planet 50-50 SDG 5 gender equality. For that we need to conduct such kinds of activities. For that we let us start with maybe in the classroom using gender neutral terms wherever it is possible, and let us stop discriminating based on certain kinds of activities. Usually we think some creative work is being done by only girls, and some of the work where physical you see labor is required, we think that is to be given to the boys. So make sure you should not differentiate accordingly. Some people even nowadays they say, let me tell you, they say like boys they are very good at mathematics, they are born mathematicians, and girls they learn just by practicing, just by reading. That is entirely wrong concept, and let me tell you that has been taught to me as well by one of my teachers in my childhood. So these are the superstitions, these are the misconceptions, these are the taboos that are still prevalent in the society. So we need to talk about that. Next, month three is week one, my food tracker. Eat healthy, stay healthy. This is really very important. Talk about that, conduct such kind of activities. You can help your children to contribute by making some of the cooking without fire things, and they should be able to even contribute. They should be able to help their moms, their dads, their parents in the kitchen as well, so that they should learn, they should be able to empathize what is the importance of the food, how it is being cooked, how many efforts are being put in, and they should realize to stay healthy, we should take in healthy diet. They should, because nowadays it's a fast world, fast moving world, and we love to have fast foods. Just order it from different sources like Swiggy, Zomato. I'm just naming some of them, right? You know, there are number of apps available. What do we do? Just click it and delivers in 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, it's so quick. We think like in 10 minutes, we too even will not be able to decide what to cook in the kitchen, and we'll be able to get the same on our platter, right? So we have to teach the students about healthy habits as well. Next, eating healthy food, that is also connected with the same. First was my food tracker. We need to track what do we eat, what is there in our platter. Now, next, we have to change something that is irrelevant, that is junk. We need to replace the same with a healthy diet. Eating healthy, what's the importance of that? And next is understanding worm infection and how to prevent it. You know very well, you see a number of times deworming is being done in the schools with the consent of the parents. We do share some tablets with the parents. We because we take outside food, right? It's but obvious, like some of the worms they are being developed, they are already there, some of the worms, okay, in the air, they are there in our body and they are harmful for us. So worm infection is very important. Maybe it is inside our body. Maybe we are talking about worms that when we play outside, now we are talking about ringworms or other things, etc. We need to talk about that, right? So deworming, we need to discuss with the students. Next is, did you know myths and facts about drugs? We need to talk about it. This is really very important. There are some myths too related to the drugs. There are some facts they need to collect. They need to talk about it. I have one strategy on my channel, Beauty and Truth. You will be able to use that strategy, discuss with the students, right? Talk about myths and facts related to the drugs. They should be able to critically think about various myths and facts related to the drugs that we intake. Now, month 4, week 1, snake and ladder, make your way to healthy eating. Let me tell you, my lovely teachers, I was already in the process of creating one snake and ladder game for you that I'll be sharing today itself. So you will be able to use different kinds of game. Here is make your way to healthy eating, right? So number of games are there. You will be able to use the same. Here we are talking about healthy eating, snake and ladder. So gamification is part and parcel of our classes, right? Now, the next is week 2 is know your BMI, body mass index. For that, we need to let the children calculate as per their weight. For that, even school nurse can help, school doctor if is there, they can also help, and you will be able to take a class together, integrated class, right? So the same can be done. Now, next is week 3. Am I making healthy choices? Let's talk about the menu. Let's talk about the breakfast that we take on a regular basis. We need to track it, and then let us see, are we making healthy choices? Why sometimes we make unhealthy choices? What's the reason for that? Maybe mom delays cooking food. Maybe we do not eat properly and we are in a habit of having food after every hour, after every 2 hours, right? We do not take sufficient food. That is unhealthy, right? So we need to discuss about that. The reasons, the root cause analysis is to be done. Next week for yoga for better health. They see yoga is not to be kept only for yoga day once in a year. Usually that is there in the month of June, 21st of June. Yoga for better health, that has to be incorporated in your classes. Make sure you should have yoga classes and sports related classes in your timetable. I know you already having, but we have to talk about the importance of yoga as well. For that, the school doctor, school nurse, physical instructor, they can take a session on that, and children, they'll be able to demonstrate some of the yoga poses. You can even conduct the same for the parents as well, right? So the same is to be done. And fifth month, we are talking about the 4th week activity, how to differentiate between safe and unsafe touch. This is really very, very important, need of the hour. There are many instances, even I have observed many a time, the small children, even when they are there in the school buses, sometimes we do not realize like how they are sitting, with whom are they sitting in the buses. So we need to take care of all the things, safe and unsafe touch. We need to talk about good and bad touch with our children. This is really very important. I'm not talking about the school buses. I'm not only talking about like even outside as well, at our homes as well, in our with our relatives too. Make sure you teach our Children, I'm using the word boys and girls both. They should be aware of good and bad touch. Look at, just read the newspapers, go through different news channels, how many you see bad news we keep on watching each and every other day. We get to know about such kind of instances. They should not happen. Let us uh, make our children aware. They should know about it, then only they will realize like that's good touch, that's bad touch. They should be able to say no to that touch, right? So now, week 2, how to keep yourself safe from any form of violence, right? Usually, you see in our schools, we were conducting such kinds of activities where we talked about how to keep yourself safe from any kind of violence, outside, inside home, on the road, wherever you are. The children, they should know about whom to contact. If anything wrong is there, say no to that. Do not accept it, right? You should be able to contact a particular person. Make your children aware. They should know about all the helpline numbers. They should be able to contact, and you should guide them, know where they should be moving alone, where, I mean, as per the time, location, I mean, that is according to the area as well, where we are located, where the children are there. I mean, any kind of place where there is less movement, make sure the children, they should not be going over there. I mean, these kind of points you need to discuss. And even when you are not there at home, children are alone, how they have to react in a particular situation, discuss with them. The more you discuss, the more they'll get the confidence to deal with any kind of problem. Week 3, vulnerability of adolescents to HIV. See, we need to talk about this. Generally, we think these are the taboos. We do not discuss the same. We need to discuss. We cannot close our eyes. Like, we should say, okay, we will not be talking about this. We cannot ignore. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. We need to discuss with our children, right? Then only they will be aware. See, prevention is better than cure. And sometimes there are some problems for which cure is not available. So, prevention, let's go for prevention. Week 4, quiz competition HIV. You need to conduct the same to know the knowledge of the students. And now 6 month, the last week, we need to talk about what is child abuse. What is child abuse? The picture is depicting the same. Child abuse, not allowed, not at all allowed, at homes, in schools, outside, nowhere, right? Say no to that. Talk about what is child abuse. What is bullying? I shared with you the first activity when we talked about knowing about our body, knowing about our body functioning. There I have talked about bullying, body shaming, right? So what is bullying? Bullying, there are different kinds of bullying we are even not aware of. Even if we say any person, this doesn't suit you, this you doesn't you don't look good in this very costume, this very dress, right? And even your body figure is not good. I mean, that's a part of body shaming. Like some children who wear braces, others say, okay, your teeth, they are not aligned properly. That is a complaint, or that is comprises of bullying. That is a part of bullying, right? So make sure we need to talk to our children related to that. They should be aware of what is bullying, what is not. Week 3, road safety. Let us motivate our children to move on the roads very, very safely, crossing the roads and all. We usually take care of our children, little children, right? We hold their hands, we hold their finger, right? But what about the teenagers? Sometimes they are in a hurry. This age, teenage, adolescence, they are in hurry. They even do not listen to, sometimes, to the parents, to the elders, because they do not want to. They want to have their independent life. They want to enjoy the same. Let us talk to them, right? Road safety, this topic. And the last topic is what is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, the last topic, we need to talk about children. They are using mobile phone, they are using laptops, they are getting exposure to internet. We need to talk about how to be cyber safe. And for that, there is another wonderful curriculum developed by CBSE and that has been launched by Mahatattva. Cyberbullying, for that, be internet awesome, and we all are attending that also. And today also there is second session for cohort 3. Make sure if you are there, do not miss the same, and you have to encourage your children also to go through that. Each teacher is expected to at least guide 100 students, enroll 100 students to that program, be internet awesome. So this was all about health and wellness program for 24 hours. I have shared with you 24 topics, for 1 month, four for each month, for 6 months program. So keep watching Mentoring the Mentors and do share your queries if you have any. And I will be sharing with you these topics in detail as well. Bye-bye from Meenakshi Narula. Thank you. Have a nice day.